that over there. Twitch, tell me we're live. Twitch, tell me we're live. Twitch. There we go. We're live. Wonderful. Twitch just takes a little bit for me to figure out when we're live here, especially when we're doing it like this, when you can actually see my face. Hi, how's it going? Let me just test the audio here real quick. Testing. Let's give that the old 1, 2. All right, should be doing good then. I'm gonna move that way a bit. Hi Ripley, how's it going? What's going on? Ripley's just giving me a little bit of a stare down because she's like perched up slightly taller than me, so she's like slightly looking down on me, but she's still like probably about eye level. Little stinker, good little kitty. But yes, we are live here. I know it's I've been meaning to do this for the longest time, and then I kept on getting delayed, and then today I just said, fuck it, we're doing it tonight. Worst case scenario, we take longer than we need to. I can either go long tonight, or I just break it up into 2 streams and do the second part on Wednesday. But I need to get this done soon, and I would rather get it done, partly done tonight, and then have to get more done on Wednesday than not do it tonight, and then pray and hope that Wednesday works out. Because apparently it doesn't seem like it's working out because it's been because I guess for those of you who have not been in the Discord or in the stream previously, I was originally going to do this stream on Sunday. Sunday, went out, saw Wake Up Dead Man, got completely drained, had a good time, but I felt drained, could not stream. Gonna do it on Monday. What kept me long Monday, and I couldn't do that right away, so we did Alice Madison instead. Now Tuesday is coming around. Work didn't keep me long. The snowstorm did. There's a snowstorm that just came by. It looked like I think it's stopped now. But it did a good bunch of snow, and it took a lot longer for me to get home tonight than it usually does. And then I was, had to do a bunch of snow shoveling to make sure that I can actually get my car into the driveway and get it parked into the garage. And it took a bit, and so we're here now. But yeah, we should. But yeah, I'm happy to get this done because this is gonna be a fun little stream, fun little party, I guess. Yeah, I just realized I don't think I got everything set up I wanted to beforehand. Let me get one little thing here. Let me just give me one little second. Why is it taking forever? It's taking forever. Why are you taking forever now? Why? Oh, now it's working. Now it's loading. Great. Oh, hi Ripley. There's Ripley. Hi Ripley. Come on up here. Come on up here. Come here. Come here. Come on. Say hi to chat. Say hi to chat. Hey, say hi to chat. Say hi to chat. Say hi to chat, Ripley. Hi. Hi, Ripley. Hi, Ripley. How's it going? But don't show that. There we go. Wonderful. All right. What do we have? Mm-hmm. Gotta clear this out here. Wonderful. Because I can set it up here. No, that's fine. We'll just leave that. We'll just do the one here. Perfect. All right. Wonderful. Welcome in the Iconic. Great to see you again. How good to hear that Cyberpunk's been going well for you today. Happy to hear that good old Cyberpunk's going well for you. Oh yeah, I forgot to mention. Yeah, I think I mentioned it previously, but I guess I didn't show. I have a new chair here. It has a lot more sturdy going on, and it's a lot comfier. But still gets her own. I kept the old chair because now it is Ripley's chair because she liked to steal it from me previously. So you get to keep that chair, Ripley. How do you like that? You have your own little stream chair. Do you like it? She's probably still gonna just end up sleeping on my lap here during streams, but it's a good little option for her. She can go and be by herself a bit. She's just currently just rubbing up against the chair. She's just currently rubbing up it, trying to get all of her scent on it. Oh, there she goes. Hey, no, get down from there. Get down from there. No, get down from there. But yes, I'm just a little concerned. Hold on, I'm gonna hold on one second. She's trying to go after my. I haven't because I guess you guys can't see it there, but that right, I have my little because I think I mentioned showed it to you guys in the Discord here that I got. But when I went to go see Predator Badlands, I got a little popcorn bucket shaped like the actual ship from the movie there, just because I thought it looked interesting and it was a good little decoration to have. I'm gonna actually probably I should probably move that so I actually can show on stream just so for little decorations beside the gray wall. I just realized that's probably a good idea. Uh, uh, audio. Why? The thing is, I swear it was working. I saw the lines going up at the beginning. Did I actually? Oh, I must have muted myself when I did Ripley's stuff there. That's probably what happened. Oh, of course. Hold on. Yeah, there she is. There she is. You really want to play with Predator up there, don't you? You really want to play with Predator? But yeah, there. There's a little decoration on the set to make it so it's not just a gray wall. So you got something. It's not a lot, but it's something. Like, you like it? But yes. So we should. But yes, I have pretty much everything set up here currently. But yes, so that's the plan here. Is that we're gonna do the recaps first, just to get those out of the way, and just so it's a little bit of a build up before we get to the main meat of the game. Welcome in, Clank. Great to see you again. How are you doing tonight? But yes, I guess it is about time because the ads are over. It's time we get started on the stream tonight. So welcome in, everyone. Welcome, welcome. I know you guys get to see my wonderful face here, and worst case scenario, if you don't like it, just cover up your screen, and just listen to the audio like it's a podcast. Uh, Good grinding anthem up to level 30. Nice, great to hear. Have you been enjoying it? Have you been enjoying it so far? Has it been feeling like a grind? But yes, so I guess about time we should get started the stream. So welcome everyone, welcome, welcome. For those who don't know me, I'm Nerd76, and today, well, I am usually an achievement guide, but today we're doing something a little different. Today we have, let me just switch it over. We have a couple of plans here. I have my recaps I want to go through, which I first we're going to go through Twitch and whatnot. I think we're going to do Twitch, Discord, and True Achievements. Just get those set up, just because those are the platforms we use mostly for streaming. Whether it's I do it on camera or as part of the streaming, but and then the main plan we have here is the predictions for the Game Awards, which I have painstakingly added every single award here. I tried to scale it here as best I could. I don't think I did a good job with it. I'm just going to be straight up. I tried my best with it, and if someone does it better, I would be happy to concede to them. But I tried my best with the scaling to make it a little bit interesting. But the end goal was we ended up with 90 total points in both of them. So that's how the scaling went. So we will see. I don't know if I should just stick with just the average point system or the scaled point system, but it's just a little nice to look at both just to compare and see, how well I did with the more important awards versus the lesser known or lesser talked about awards, I guess. But like I said, today we're starting off with the recaps, just as a little a little appetizer before the main course here. So we're gonna start off with our Twitch recap to see how it is going. So streamer, of course, because I'm streaming right now. 579 hour stream. Honestly, fair enough. That's pretty good. I would say, yeah, I would say part of me is just the OCD part of me is just like I can I just, I gotta stream at least. I gotta stream at least 21 more hours so I can hit that nice 600, but it's not gonna pop up here at all. So 212 total streams. You know what? Given the fact that there's 365 days a year and that is about 2/3 of the year streamed, I can respect that. I can respect that here. 191. Oh, so I guess 20 of those streams were just me being like, "Hello, I'm trying to get us back up in line. Hello, disconnected. Hello." Hey, you know what? Still good. Still good in my opinion. Total hours watched. Nice. Top categories. I mean, like I said, Rivals and DBD, I understand because these are I streamed a lot. Outer Worlds was just we did that right at the beginning of the year, and we never streamed it again. So it must have just been I don't even remember what the last time what day was the last time we streamed Outer Worlds. But it was like early in the year, like March or something. It was either like February or March we finished it. So we got that. That was we were such top there that we peaked there and did not do well in the rest of the year, except for we got a bit in Resident Evil as well. So makes sense. These were kind of the two. Well, especially Resident Evil, we were off and on that stream for a long time for the pretty much the entire year. We were off and on until we finished in October, and then like I said, Outer Worlds is a real shocker here, just because we played in the beginning of the year and then did not touch it again. Uh, top stream with 556 viewers. What? It's been great having you guys here. Uh, so, top tags. I think these are the tags I've just kept the whole time because obviously I'm speaking English for you, and achievement hunter, same thing. We do a lot of we pretty much it's achievement hunting is the main thing we do here, except for occasional streams like this where we do something different. What are you doing, Ripley? What are you doing? What are you doing? She's just being a little curious, I guess. 6,357 chats received, and I'm sure a lot of them are from you guys. So thank you for that. Top channel emote hype. Like, I'm not surprised it's the top channel emote, given it's the only channel emote. I need to get around to getting more of those emotes going on. It is I need to figure out like if I'm going to talk to someone about getting them done. Figure out myself how do I do something. Worst case scenario, I just do a little like photo of me doing some random things and try and put that on there. Figure out how that works. Or hell, I could get a little pen and paper, just doodle a stick figure and just say that's my emote. But yeah, no, I got to figure out what I'm going to do for that pretty much. Biggest fans, I'm sure. Let's see. Oh, yep, Iconic's there, Clank's there. A lot of wonderful people are part of this group here. So yeah. Munchlax is there, of course. Hegland, I can't be surprised he's on here, given the fact that he honestly, even if he wasn't here at all in the last couple of days, he dropped 7 subs in the was it like 6 or 7 subs I want to say was last Saturday. He just dropped all of them on, so that puts him on biggest fans obviously as well. But like I said, I'm very appreciative of you guys being here. It's been great having you guys for the ride, and I hope to see you guys again as well in the next year. Crossovers, 10 raids received. Not too shabby, especially for me streaming at the mid to pretty much streaming all the way till midnight. Oh, Ripley's going up on the workout machine. Are you sure you're gonna be able to get down from that, Ripley? Or are you gonna need assistance? She may need assistance later on, but we'll see. We'll see how she does. Who rated you? Carly. Yep, makes sense. Similar type and Buckwheat, similar things. Yeah, pretty much all achievement grinders we got from fellow achievement grinders who are all these wonderful people. I very much appreciate them. You know what? This also makes sense. We pretty much just always rate out just because I want to share. I want to send it off to a wonderful people and either find someone new or just cheer on with someone else. Who do we rate out to? The Preds also one I feel like we rated out to a lot previously, and I just didn't rate out to just because it didn't seem like he was. It's pretty much just games I wasn't too interested in seeing him stream in that one. Then we had Nader here, and then Sig is also just kind of my go-to. Like if I don't know anyone else, I can go to him because he's chill guy, great streamer, that kind of stuff. 3 clips made of me and 2 unique clippers. Great, yeah. I'm trying to remember. We made the. I guess yeah, it was the Outer Worlds Hangover Cure clip. It was the two clips I made of Until Dawn where we did the yeah, it was the one for the where Ripley over there for one of the first appearances of Ripley over there on stream. She bolted behind me, and then the third one was the one I think the one that I think has been doing surprisingly well. It's been which is me just doing the oh my god, he's German. Like I said, that's been doing that clip did surprisingly well, and I don't know, and I just you know what you know what I'm fine. I like I said I like it, but I think it's I definitely have seen it too many times, and I'm just I see nowadays when I watch, I just see a bunch of like why didn't I do it like this or something like that. Hype happenings, new followers, wonderful growth here. Chat badge unlocked 2025. It would be weird if we got the 2026 award badge here, but sure. And here's our lovely recap. Wonderful. I guess we should. You know what? Let's do the viewer one as well before we go off. Because then community is just the entire Twitch community, so it's not really personalized here. High scores, hours watched. Mainly because this is Twitch is very much a good go to just for when I'm in the middle of work and I just want to have something going on in the background or just, chilling, vibing and whatnot. 360 days. Almost a full year. I don't know what 5 days I missed out on Twitch was, but I'm pretty sure a lot of them. Some days I just visited just to look and see what was going on, and then we just moved on. But worst case scenario, it is a vibe being on Twitch, so it's great always to just chill here. Top categories watched. Dead by Daylight, not surprised. I have a lot of people I watch who do Dead by Daylight solely, like Cat and Ben and Chicken. Uh, Final Fantasy is pretty much all red. All Call Me Red is pretty much this. That's pretty much why I don't really care about Final Fantasy, but I do like watching Red stream, and I feel like that. And she does a lot of Final Fantasy, so that's gonna be up there. Rivals just for I think a lot of drops here, and just also because I know Jazzy streams it a bunch, and sometimes I have to people who do Rivals as well who after we do rival streams. Hades 2 is 100% rare, and I think Liza P is also either 100% rare, like mostly rare with a little bit of Leon there. So, yeah, look, it's very easy to see who I watch a lot of here, I guess. Favorite streamers. Oh, yep, there she is. There she is. Wonderful rare there. Great to see her wonderful face there. Oh, hi, 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 hi. Let's see. Yeah, wonderful little yeah. Funnily enough, three of my top emails are from her. One of them is from Leon. The other one is my own emote, just because, I got to make some use out of it somehow. And then, yep, a Call Me Red, like I said. Jazzy, not surprising. Cat. I think the most surprising here is Lido, just because he streamed a lot in the beginning of the year, and then not, and then he, had to go on and do some personal stuff. So, but he did enough to put as fifth to take fifth place. Sometimes you don't need to stay in the lead the whole race. Sometimes you just need to have a strong start and you off to the races. Uh, 14,000 chat messages sent. Top emotes. Wait. Those just emotes in her chat, not emotes in my all time. So, yep, 2 rares, 1 Jazzy, 1 my own, and 1 Chicken. Yep. 3 subs gifted. Yep. Yeah. 3 hype trains. Pretty much, I gifted a sub, and that either led to a hype train or I did it while doing a hype train, so it makes sense. 2 clips made. Oh, yep. Oh, yep. Here's the clip. Here's the clip that we got going on here. Hold on. I gotta turn on my volume here. Here's my. Like I said, I like the clip. Rewatching it, I realized that I have problems. Like I feel like I definitely feel like my game audio is too high. You can't really hear me when I'm mumbling, and I have to try and. I feel like I feel like it's one of the things I've kind of worked a bit better on is to try and project my voice out a bit better, so it's a little bit more you guys can hear me talking instead of just being like, hi, oh my gosh, he's German, that kind of stuff. But yeah, so I'm hopefully that's been better nowadays as opposed to mumblecore over here. But yes, and there's a chat badge and there's a lovely week recap. Wonderful. All right, then let me just get this set up here as well. We're gonna do a Discord recap here, just because that's a lot of. Oh, that's it. I didn't realize I was gonna do. I didn't realize I had music to it as well. Mainly just because this is, what we use for, I let you guys, if we're gonna use it for figuring out when streams live and letting you guys do polls, I might as well figure out what the all this is going on for. Turn that down just a little bit for you guys as well, just because it's a little bit more mellow music. Let's take a look at Discord here. 3,049 messages. I wonder how many of those were live messages or saying, sorry, I can't go live. Probably about like a third of it, I want to say. Top 10.22 for messages sent on Discord. I'm in just under the top 10%. All right, yep, here we go. Top favorites. Yeah, you know what? Like I said, a lot of achievement grinding communities, a lot of just saying haha funny stuff, giving love to. I think this is even what Carly's community usually does for achievement grind stuff. They usually give out hearts instead of all the other awards here. But pretty much all three here are all achievement grinding stuff for just saying good grind. March is my chattiest month on Discord. I don't even remember what the hell I was doing in voice chat in Discord. I want to say it was probably just like movie nights or whatnot, or maybe maybe it was when I tuned into like a people in voice chat just doing achievement grinding together or something like that. I don't remember. Servers, you know, Riz does such a good job. She's over my own server in the places I go to. How dare she? How dare you, Rare? You made me show up in your channel more than I do my own. How dare you? As far as Cats is number 3, I feel like I go to Lidars and Reds and a couple other places a lot more than it, but maybe I just used it a lot in the beginning of the year, probably. All right, the squad. Oh, that's why That's why it was voiced. It's because I was teaming up with Cat on Fridays every so often while I was off stream. The squad, the Discord friends I spent most time with here: Jackie, Cat, Wiggles. The go-to person was Wiggles. Wiggles, the sidekick. Wonderful. Well, I guess I guess we had to figure out who my best viewer is. I guess. Nah. It's wait. What? Wait, I can just send it. What do you mean? Just send a special message? It's just gonna. If I hit send, it's just gonna send them to no context. We are a big deal. Like, what the hell is that? Okay, it's randomized. Same time, same place next year. Just really, I gotta be that. I mean, that'd be a funny one to just send with no context. Just be clear, you are the sidekick. Like, what the hell do you mean? Every time I hear, okay, this is just straight up flirting. Every time I hear a ping, I always hope it's from you. That sounds like I'm trying to flirt with them, and no. Games. Once again, streams live, and also I did a lot of off-stream stuff. Same thing with DVD. A little to the left, I'm surprised I had so much time on it, but I think it's because I did the grind for it off-stream, and sometimes I would do a lot of it, and then I would just fall asleep because it was a cozy game, and it was late at night, and I would just go and fall asleep doing it. So maybe that might be why. Balacho, not too surprised, but but it is somewhat odd. Oh no, you know it's why it's a little to the left. It's because I had to do so many. It's because I have to hop into it so many times just to do the dailies all the damn time, and I had to do so many daily, and I had to do it in a row for a couple of days. So it was. Oh, that was a. Oh, I realized how bad that grind was. Like I said, it's a fun game, but the grind for it with all the dailies and whatnot is a pain. Hitman 3, I'm also not surprised. It's another one I just did a lot of off stream. But yeah, only 3 of the 5 are on stream games, surprisingly. That many orbs to spend in the Discord shop. And I've not spent any of them because I have not cared about Discord orbs. I just do them just because might as well accumulate them in case I need to use them for something sometime in the future. Or just because, hey, you know what? This is an interesting thing. I might as well get this done just to see what the hell's going on with it. My decor. What is my deco? A cassette tape. Okay, sure. Wonderful. All right. Well, that is that done then. All right. And I guess if True Achievements also has a recap going on, we should do that as well. So where is the True Achievements recap on here? Where can we go for that? Where is that True Achievements recap here? Close you out. Where the hell is the recap here? Where the hell is the recap? Okay, let's do this. This is what I think it is. Yeah, I think this is the one here. This is it, right? Yeah, I think I found it on here. I think I found it here. Oh yeah, I found it. Yeah, I found it here. Hold on. I don't know what I have a little cut on my hand. I don't know where the hell I cut it myself. It's just annoying me. I don't know what the hell I did for it, but it's somehow I cut my hand. Must have been when I was cleaning some stuff out. Here we go. Animation infographic. Log on there. Switch back to display mode. Here we go. Let's see my year on Xbox. Da-da-da-da-da-da. My year on Xbox. Wonderful. 40,000 gamer score. Damn it, I was under iconic. Damn it. I think it's because a lot of it, a lot of my nights here, I spend on stream to do this. Can we go a little bit slower? I want to talk about it a bit more. But yeah, I think it's because a lot of it I do off stream as opposed to on stream, and I've had a lot more less nights because I've done a lot more streams here as opposed to last night. And then, so yeah, I did the most in January. I assume it was probably from just the Outer Worlds grinding. 182 games. Of course, Rivals is my most played game. That's probably also why January is the top one because I got so many Rivals achievements. 228 hours, 39 achievements. Shit. Achievements I locked 1,020. My rarest achievement. Really? This one? This one is my most rarest achievement. Hold on, I need to reel that back. Like I said, I'm not too surprised that Rivals is it because I had pretty much played it every single season, half a season, just to get the grind for the characters done. And also, it's just a fun game I've been having fun with. I must have done some of it before the year was over. Yeah, I think I must have done some in December there before it. I'm surprised that this is it because I did this to be fair, I did this a couple of because honestly, to be fair, I got that done in a fairly recently. I got it like a couple of weeks ago, mainly because I just realized because I got Flappy Goat done. I was like, okay, fuck it, we're gonna go through all the other Goat Simulator game grinds done. I finished up both Waste of Space and Payday DLC. I just need to do MMO and Zombie DLCs, but I'm surprised that that's the rarest achievement here. And that one, I'm surprised that one's the most rare. Highest scoring games, really? Huh? How many games? I completed 31 games. You know what? That's almost a game a day for a month. I'll take it. I'm surprised that like I said, I wish I could just pause it here a bit more. I wish I could just wait a bit longer. You know, I could just like slow it down or like pause it because oh no, hold on. Because honestly, I'm surprised that those are my highest scoring games. Not DBD. I know DBD makes sense for it to be the highest scoring because it's DBD. But when you're playing Skateboard, those are both games I did off stream just because I thought they were fun games and they looked interesting. I'm surprised that those were the ones that topped my highest end games, I guess. But who knew? I can pause. I can pause on it. Damn, I can click on it and pause. I didn't realize I could. DLC stats. What are my DLC stats? What is TUs? Is that just like the updates, or is that just is that updates? Is that just title updates? I see. Yep, that's title updates. Got it. Got a lot of DLCs done. How many different genres did I play? 38 genres. Shit, that's a lot. What's my top one here? What's my top? 12 stealth. I don't even know what the. I guess, Assassin's Creed. That's probably why. Assassin's Creed is probably the stealth ones. Adventure open world. Yep, not too surprised with all those, honestly. Because a lot of those I did grinds for on stream. How many days of the year did you lock? 2,213. Almost pretty much. I think that's isn't that one day more than days I've been live, huh? Or how many streams I've had? Because it was like 212 was the amount of streams we've had. I did 1 day extra of being on live on Xbox. A long streak was 16 days. When the hell did I break that there? How do you compare to the average True Achievements members? Just give it to me. How do I compare? I'm better. I'm better than the average player. Like I said, honestly, not too surprised with all these, especially the fact that my most played game was Rivals. Whoopsie. Yes, we can clear that. We can also clear that out as well. I need to get around to doing my challenges here as well for 12 days because I've been heavily avoiding that. So that was a fun little opening section there, just to do a little recaps and whatnot. I don't know if there's any other recaps I need to really look at because, to be fair, I don't have Spotify. I can't do the Spotify Wrapped. I know a lot of people use. So uh, I guess with that, at least I don't know any other recaps I should end up doing because Ripley, what the hell are you doing? She's playing with a toy. That's what. Okay, but yes, I guess without further to, with, I mean, fair enough. It is unlocking all achievements does sound like a rare achievement because you need all the achievements. But yes, without further ado, it is time to get to the meat and potatoes here. We are on to the Game Awards predictions. So, as I said previously, this is my prediction sheet. You may have like it. I may have. Actually, can I zoom in just slightly? Hold on. Perfect. Let me just zoom in here. I just want to make it a little bit larger. Wonderful. Okay, but yes, here is our predictions. So I have it, like I said, I have it set up so that we have the average points, which is just 0 to 3. Like pretty much, I'm gonna go through run through if you went here for the Oscars stream last year where I did my predictions of the Oscars that turned out rather poorly. So don't mention too much about it, and I'm hoping to do better this year, which I probably won't. We're gonna, but yes. So basically, how it works is that I have two categories: average points and scaled points. How it works is that the more important awards have higher scaled points, so it goes 5, 3, 1 for something like Game of the Year. But as you go into slightly more obscure categories, or let's say, or like the ones that they would just say like, and by the way, the winner of best of blah 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 is blah blah blah. That's where we get to the the scaled points of like 1/2 point, fourth of a point, that kind of stuff. Like I said, I'm a lot more iffy about these than the Oscars. The Oscars are a lot more easy since it's A, less awards, and B, very obvious what the more important ones are because you can kind of just determine it by the end of the night or like where it is on the placement here. This one was very hard because they kind of send it all down here. Like if I pull up all the categories, like where the hell am I? Like like I said, these are all I would consider top categories. But but indie is down here, which is in the middle here, and I would consider these two top awards, but they're in the middle here, which means that they ended up getting a skilled vote of where is it? Where is it? Yeah, they ended up getting a skilled vote of 3, which I feel not so confident about. But like I said, if anyone has a better way to do it or has any suggestions, let me know. I'd be very much appreciative about it because I did not know how to do it right for this one apparently. So, but yes. So basically, but yes. So I did vote for all of them already because like I said, I gave it to you to vote, and you guys said you didn't really care about me voting. You wanted to see me do the predictions, so that's what we're here for. And like as always, we have 3 categories here for our choices. Predicted winners is basically, as it implies, these are the award. These are what I believe are going to win the category here. Whether it's because whether I also voted for them and I want to win, or because I just believe that they have the highest likelihood of winning the award. And you may see a running pattern with some of these, but I'm trying to be a little bit more fair and not just put the one obvious choice into all of the awards it's in. So just hold on here. But yes, second one is runner ups. These are ones that I believe either have a strong chance of either toppling over it, or I also really want to win. And honorable mentions is pretty much just the game I want to win, but is likely not to, or has a chance to win, but has to fight off against those two top ones to win. So pretty much these are just I want them to win an award, the category, and then this we will, like I said, do we want to start off with the bottom ones and go to the top ones? Now let's start off with the meat and potatoes. Game of the year. Game of the year. These are our contenders here: Clair Obscur, Death Stranding 2, Donkey Kong Bonanza, Hades 2, Hollow Knight Silk Song, and Kingdom Come 2. I'll be honest. I'll be honest. I'll be honest. Here, I'm gonna get close to you guys. I think it's I think Claire's gonna win this one. Just a hunch. Just a hunch. I think it's gonna win. But it's like I said. I've not played it myself. I've seen people play it, and it looks like a great game. And the fact is that it's kind of that you're gonna find out a running. You're gonna hear me mention that name a good little bit in the stream for and you're gonna find out why. But I think it definitely has a good chance of winning it. If not, you know, definitely a potential sweep coming in here. But I'm gonna try. Like I said, there's a chance for it to just top my things. Just be like maybe I should just put clear for all of them. But like I said, I have ones that I think could potentially do it because I feel like they might not just let it sweep the awards. Maybe I probably should have looked up a bit more what happened when Baldur's Gate was in the awards because that kind of feels like the same thing here. But yeah, I think Clair Obscur is definitely going to be is definitely. I'm just gonna do. Oh, I gotta know how to spell it. There, I think I spelled it right. Did I spell it right? Yeah. Oh no, it's not obscure with an e. Damn it. Damn it. I'm so close to spelling it the fiction stuff. But yeah, I believe that's probably gonna end up winning. Runner up, I'm gonna probably end up going to Hollow Knight Silk Song just because that's the other one I hear the most about, and that is also and like I said, for good reason. I've seen a lot less of Silk Song than I have uh of I did Hollow Knight Sing. Hollow Knight Sing. Sing on with your favorite Hollow Knight characters, including Bug, other Bug, and Bug who's gonna kill you. But yes, so like I said, those are the ones I hear the most talked about in the about the award stuff, and obviously this was the most anticipated game. This is the one that was the most underdog surprise game. So honestly, if either of these win, I wouldn't be too surprised. But I feel like Clair Obscur has got that edge just because it's a little bit more. We knew that this was going to be good, and it's just a matter of when. This was a out of nowhere pop in, lock in, have fun. I say that as I've played absolutely none of the games on this list because I am very bad at playing games in the year that they were released, unless it's a game that I know I'm gonna like Dead Rising Deluxe Remaster. I mean, then again, I did that for Frank Stone as well, so and Funko Fusion. So I guess I have a shit record. But yes, and finally, my third vote is like I said, that is probably fair. Expedition 33 probably is gonna sweep, but who knows? I like I said, I'm always the same thing with the Witcher where I'm fine with you sweeping a good amount of the awards, but I want the awards to not just go to the same category because I wanted to see I want to honor everyone in the field, not just say you guys did a fantastic job. Take it all. Go home. The beers are on me. Have a great night. Oh yeah, you guys were here as well. Can I offer you a shiny quarter? But yes, I feel like we need to. But I feel like I'm gonna try and be a little bit less. I'm gonna try to be a little bit less on the whole Expedition 33 sweep. Is it gonna probably be my detriment? Is it probably gonna be to my detriment? Yes, definitely. Of course it's gonna be. But I want variety. I know. Yes, I know that. I'm not gonna be. I'm not saying that. We just say you win one award and then you go home for the night. No, I'm saying if you enjoy, like I said, if you deserve the award, you should get it. But what I'm saying is, I in my personal hope is that I want a good variation of awards. Like you could like let's say you sweep all the big categories, then all the side categories like you win all win best ending, you win best game of the year, you win best direction. That's fine, but maybe best voice actor or best art direction goes off to someone else so that they can be awarded cared about. Like I said, I have no problem with you. I don't want to be, but I'm not gonna. And I know if I ever do, if they ever did add a restriction like that, it would be detrimental because then people would be like, well, why would I go ahead and do all the work in these categories if I could just slap it all good to put some good voice actors in and just win a category because everyone else isn't gonna get it because they're off winning the other awards. But it's but like I said, I like variety. That's my main. As you can tell with how many games I play, I like variety. But like I said, I want. But so I guess I haven't even voted for what my third option was. I guess like I said, this is my personal preference. I really want. Uh, like I said, I know I voted Clair Obscure here, but that's pretty much because I feel like it's gonna win, and also that you know what it deserves it. Honestly, fair enough. Hey, Munchlax, welcome on in. You joined in just in time for us to be doing our wonderful predictions of the Game Awards here. We're just deciding on what my honorable mention is here currently. Honestly, I think I'm gonna give it to. I'm kind of leaning towards either Hades 2 or KCDC 2. Mm, I think I'm gonna give it to KCDC 2 just because it seems just because it. I have Hades, I think I have Hades 2 on a couple other platforms, a couple other votes there. So oh no, damn, no, don't change my vote. No, don't change my vote. No, I just wanted to try and be. I was trying to be lazy and just copy and paste the name there, but I just do. I'll just type it out here. Kingdom Come Deliverance. I. Did I spell that? Did I do that right? Yay! I did the weird game title right. But yeah, welcome in Munchbox. I hope you're having a great night so far. All right, next category is best game direction, and this is another one where I feel like it's gonna be, ring the bell. I think Claire Obscure is gonna win this. Just a hint. There's a little hint of suspicion here. However, we don't have any of my other two options here. We don't have Silksong and we don't have KCDC 2. And I do think that I'm going to put my actual vote here of Hades 2 as the runner-up option, just because, like I said, a lot of these are games that I've seen other people play, and I'm going off of what my view is as a viewer, not a player. And I think Hades 2, well, that and also I've seen this, I've seen a bit of this, but I've tried to see not too much of it because I want to do this on my own at some point. Well, on my own, ironically, because I'm gonna do it with someone else, but I mean on my own, play it on my own instead of just watching other people play it. But I think, but I'm def, but so I've pretty much only seen this Hades 2 and Clay Obscure, and like I said, I really like the direction of Hades 2. Klipsk is probably going to win it, but I really wish Hades 2 gets an award. I really hope it gets an award sometime this year. And I'm sure there's plenty of other people here, especially if you're a rare viewer, you know that you probably want Hades 2 to win an award as well. Good little kitty. Ripley's here as well. She's sitting in the commentator booth over here. What do you have to say, Ripley? Good baby. Ripley, that's your prediction commentator there, taking a little loaf. But yes, but yes. And then finally, my runner-up option is going to be. I'm kind of leaning away from split fiction. Like I said, I feel like I'm leaning towards one of these two. Like I said, I've never played anything about these two, but you know what? I feel like I try. You know what? Let's go with Kojima. Let's give Kojima a runner-up nod here. How do I? What's the? Okay, it is two. Okay, let's see if it even fits on the little line here I made for it. It does fit on the line. Woohoo! Oh no, it doesn't. Damn it. Damn you, Kojima! You made it too long of a title. Damn you, Kojima! Oh, actually, no. KCEC2 did that as well. That's fine. I probably just need the opening here as well. All right. Next up is Best Narrative, which. Oh, stop me if you've heard this one before, but I think Claire might win this. I remember when I thought Claire was going to win some, but not all of them. It's not a good sign when the top three awards I have on here are all Claire. Like I said, I kind of have to. I might as well just make it the predicted winners category, the Claire category. Like if Claire wins this, I get points automatically. But I feel like it's also cheap if I just say Claire, 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 Claire. But yes, and then narrative. I'm also gonna go with. I'm gonna give it to Silent Hill F. I've heard good things about it, and I want to give it a try myself. And so maybe this is just me being hyped up for a game I've not tried yet, but I'm gonna give it to Silent Hill F for runner up there. And I've given the other one. You know what? If this since this is just kind of my give it to who I feel like it would give it to Ghost of Yote or not Ghost of Yote, Ghost of Yote. Just because I've given the other ones a nod somewhere, so we might as well give it something here. Ghost of Yote. I don't know how to do the little O with a line over it like it has in the title there. If I knew how, I would add that into the title there. But yes, Ghost of Yote. That is the narrative category done. Best art direction. How many of these these first? Listen, I did my voting a good long while ago because you guys voted for the prediction stream instead, and I pretty much just been waiting for the player's voice to be done so I can actually do the prediction stream. So I'm forgetting how many times I actually put down Clear Obscure, but we'll find out how many it is on here, I guess. But mm, I had to put Clear Obscure. I had to put a Clear Obscure. I both voted for it, and it's probably gonna win something there. Like I said, it's a weird category. It's a weird thing where I would both be happy if it won it, and I'd also be happy if it went to someone else to give them the award and be like, Expedition 33 isn't just gonna sweep the entire awards, I guess. But like I said, it is a great game. It is a great game, so I can't be too surprised by it. Who knows? I'll probably end up doing Expedition 33 next year as well. Who knows? Especially if it wins Game of the Year, it's definitely gonna be on the list to do it at some point. Then if it wins Game of the Year, but maybe I should have gone off of that from. Oh, hold on. I'm gonna reevaluate my Game of the Year choices because I should go off of what game I want to play myself here. Then I'll keep Silk Song. I'd probably give it to we'll leave it as KCDC. No, we'll change it. We won't change it. We're just gonna go off of what we believe in. Uh, I'm not gonna show you what score music is at. I'll figure that out afterwards. Actually, no, we did art direction. We're here on art direction. I think mm, I'm probably gonna give it to Hades 2 again. But it's not gonna be repeated last time because I feel like Ghost of Yotei is gonna be the other one here. Just because from what I've seen, and also just because I know Ghost of Tsushima is also a beautiful looking game, so I wouldn't be too surprised if it got nominated as well. All right, next one, show it. I voted Hades 2, huh? I didn't vote. I didn't vote Clay Obscure one time. It's just so far it's been Hades 2 and Clay Obscure. Actually, yeah, hold on. Yep, Hades 2, Clay Obscure. I know Clay Obscure, Hades 2, Clay Obscure, Clay Obscure, Hades 2. I'm not even gonna look at the next one because we're probably gonna figure out what the hell that is next time. I love how it's both. I'm figuring out what the hell I voted for last time, and I'm also having predicted what's gonna happen in the actual awards there. But like I said, I've not looked. I can't really listen. Like I said, it's very hard to be able to rate score music when I've not actually listened to it. Besides the fact that I hear a lot of Hades too because I hear Scylla bouncing my ear every time I tune to Rare. Listen, I listen. I know, I know. Expedition 33 has got good music. I know that. I'm not denying it does. However, I just said I like variety, and I like to vote for other games and variety of it. And the fact that I've listened to Hades 2 more often, and I have Hades 2 songs stuck in my head more than I do Club Obscure, even though I've seen both of them in the same capacity from watching Rare do it. In fact, I've seen Club Obscure more because I've seen other people play it besides just Rare, but it's just been Hades 2 being Rare. And I have still a song somewhat stuck in my head that I voted for it. I'm not saying it's bad. I'm not saying Hate Club Obscure is bad. What I'm saying is from the fact that I've not played either of them, which remember I've not played either of them, so who knows? I could easily change my mind when I get playing the game. I'm like, oh, I'm fucking listening and banging to this. I'm like I said, I feel like just so I'm not doing Flipskin and all the predicted winners, and I'm just gonna vary it up a bit, and just also Spike Clank, I guess, if you want me to. We'll do Hades 2 here, and I might as well just copy and paste Clip Obscure here because I'm gonna need it. And what else do we have here? Uh, hmm. You know what? I'll give another. I'll give another Silk song here. Actually, no. You know what? You know what? No, fuck it. We're gonna actually put the composers' names on here, and we'll just do, and we'll just because to give them actual credit for it, because the previous categories were all just the name of the game, but we'll give it credit to the actual composers in this vote. So, hey, participation trophy for he used to listen. Like I said, it's predictions are each your own, as well as the fact that like I said, it's very much a personal thing. It's the same reason why I always say that my personal favorite movie is The Menu. Is it the perfect movie? No. Is there movies I do think I enjoy more that I think are better movies than The Menu? Yes. But I can't deny that the Menu combines two of my favorite things: a great horror movie and a movie and cooking, and it does it in a great capacity, and I love it for that. And it's a great movie, so it's my favorite movie, and I'm willing to watch it pretty much anytime I want to. Doesn't mean it's a perfect movie. Do I believe that it's everyone's favorite movie? No, I just know that's my favorite movie because it's personal. So I guess like I said, like I said, I'm also encouraging you guys to make your own prediction charts, and we do like I said previously in the Saturday stream. I have some lovely prizes for whoever wins a little game here. I'm gonna post the viewer version, which is pretty much the same thing. I just made a separate version just so it's not gonna be my votes already on there for you to edit there. But I'm gonna put up a version of that in the Discord for you guys to make your own, and whoever has the highest points score after the award show would win a lovely Steam key. I think definitely one of them is Resident Evil 2 if you're up for that, and I have a couple of them I'm probably gonna get from off of humble bundles. I can't speak right now, so I'm gonna add those into the running as well if you guys for those of you who win, and because I know some people probably have Resident Evil 2. It's been out for a bit, and it's a popular game, so that's why I have other options there for the winners, and I can always just because I definitely will be able to find other people who are interested in other keys as well. So, but yes, so after the stream, I would be happy to have you. I'm going to put the poll in there. I'm going to collect them up until Thursday. After Thursday, done because that's the name of the Game Awards, and after Thursday, you probably could get a perfect score from just watching the Game Awards. But yes, what's his name? Lorian Testard. Lorian Testard. COE33. Yep, 33. And then finally, we would go. It's going. We're gonna say Chris. We're gonna give it to Silksong here. So Christopher Lucken. HKS. Perfect. All right. Next up is out of next one is out of order because I believe it is a big category because it is the player's voice here. So what ended up at top five of player voice? Of course, Claire Obscure Expedition 33, but Dispatch, Genshin, Silk Song, and Wuthering Waves. Can you guess which two I'm not going to put on my list here? I'm going to give you a hint. It's the MOBAs. Whatever the hell you call them. But yes, player's voice. Honestly, hear me out. Hear me out. I think this one Clipscure might not win, and it's not just me being biased. Because why the hell is it? Why the hell are you not? Why the hell is it not? Why the hell are you not formatted correctly? Why the hell are you not? Oh, it's because why the hell was it not bolded? Bold it. Why are you not doing it right? Why the hell is it not doing it right? Okay, hold on. If you do this, boom. I think Dispatch actually is a good chance because it's player's voice, so it's entirely voted by the players. And if there's a game I've seen that's picked up so much voice and voice and appreciation from the fans over this past year, it's been Dispatch. I mean, yeah, gotcha. Yeah, I know gotcha games are choices here, but I really don't want. If a gotcha game wins, I'd be happy to take the point loss. I really do not care about them, especially Genshin and Rua. I have no care about them. I do not care for gotcha games at all. The only one I voted for, you will find out later on, and there's a very good explanation for why. But like I said, fair enough. However, Clank, you gotta remember, not only is it voices of people who've played the games and are trying to vote for the games that they played, it's also the games that they enjoyed seeing on the internet. And like I said, if it's the game and the game I've seen the most out of the award season, probably more than any of them, has been Dispatch. I don't know if that's just the algorithm viewing it, which is probably the case, but I know Dispatch has been rather popular, especially since it recently came out. So I feel like it's very fair to say it has a great chance of winning Player's Voice. I mean, still, I'm gonna put no, I'm still gonna put Expedition 33 as the runner-up option, but I think it has a great chance of winning it. Will it probably win? Maybe not. Yes, you haven't seen any in the weeks. However, maybe that's I don't know. I don't know. I'm just saying. I just want to not give it. I just don't want to be have the whole awards be clear obscure. All hail clear obscure. I know you're a great game, but I want other games to not. I don't want to just have my whole award. I'd rather, like I said, I would rather my award chart be wrong by having variety there and having Clear Obscure win everything than put Clear Obscure to win everything and be wrong by letting other and have a bunch of variety with other games. I would just so I can at least say I want variety. Just I guess no, that's very selfish. No, like I said, like I said, I want. I don't want. I feel like it just does. It like I said, it wouldn't sit right with me. Just be like, hey guys, by the way, Klipska is gonna win shit. Anyway, that's the predictions here. But like I said, I gotta vary it up a bit. I gotta have some potential option ways, potential risky plays to try and give chances for the not winning points because I forgot to show this to you previously, but this is our this is our this is our punishment wheel here. You guys have seen this before. This is the condiment wheel. I have to update this for what condiments I actually do have here, but I tried to figure out a better punishment as well, but I ran out of time because it's been a bit of a rush here trying to get it ready. But basically how it works is I spin a wheel here. The wheel spins. Where it lands on, it lands on bacon bits. I have to then take a spoonful of bacon bits and eat it. So it could be something good like that. It could also be a paint. It could also be something similar to. I can remove wasabi and ginger here because I don't actually have those anymore. I know I don't have those. It could be these all been somewhat mediocre ones, but there's other worse ones like like chicken bouillon. Chicken bouillon here. Would you like me to have a spoonful of yellow mustard or horsey sauce? How about a spoonful of Worcestershire sauce? This is the punishment. And we're gonna do it similar to Oscars. Every 10 points I get wrong on, I haven't decided which one we're gonna pay attention to. Maybe blended, maybe maybe it's gonna be blended, maybe it's gonna be the average points, so we'll see how it is. It's probably gonna end up averaging out at some point later on, but we'll see what we end up deciding on is who knows, maybe might even let it be up to you guys what we have as the primary scoring metric, but this is gonna be how we punish me for getting them wrong. So I'd be willing to take a sauce shot for I'd be willing to take a shot of that. Damn it! You could have given me whipped cream there. Damn it! I'd be willing to take a shot of dark corn syrup for to vary it up a bit for not having Expedition 33 in all of them. I guess that's basically what we're playing for here. So yeah, and I will also do that. I've heard recommendations of this, and I will also do any subs that happen between now and the stream we do for the recap of the Game Awards will make me spin the comment wheel. That is a guarantee here. So if you guys haven't subbed yet, or if you have, or if you want to, share the love of since you got a sub from Heglin previously, you can potentially make me spin the wheel and do a condiment shot during any stream we do in the upcoming time, up until we do the recap stream of the Game Awards there. So yes, but anyway, back to player's voice, I guess. Like I said, I don't care. Don't care about Gotcha Game. Don't care about Gotcha Game. So of course it's gonna be good old. It's gonna be good old Silk Song here. And if a Gotcha Game wins, I don't care, and I'll take the punishment there. Best audio design. We gotta go back up here. Yes, I think this is one where I just like I want to put Silent Hill F for something, even though I've not played it. So I just said we'll give it to audio design just because all these I've kind of given votes off to somewhat, especially Clair Obscure. I am going to let Silent Hill F be my vote here just to vary it up a bit. Even though I'm probably going to take a sauce shot for this because I have voted incorrectly. But I gotta not just put Clair Obscure on everything here, okay? And we will give. What else do I think has? You know what? I'm kind of just going off of the images here of what I think would have. These two are just the biggest question marks here because I've seen absolutely nothing about either of these, especially Ghost of Yotei. I've not seen anything about it, but I'll get. I put Ghost of Yotei down a good bit. We'll put down Death Stranding, and if it ends up being Ghost of Yotei, but yes. Okay, we're finally into the 4 categories here, so the 4 skill points of 4, 2, 1. Best performance. Oh, you've seen Ghost playthrough and has pretty good sound design. Well, am I willing to change my vote based on your vote, Munchlax? Are you willing to put my taste buds on the line for that, Munchlax? Are you willing to put your taste buds on the line for that, saying that it has good sound design? You're gonna put me up to 1 point there, Munchlax. If you get me wrong with that, nah, I'm not gonna hold you to that. But yes. But yes, we are on to best performance, and I'm going to go with my vote here, which is Clair Obscure with Mr. Daredevil himself. But I'm also going to admit that I do remember that I believe I saw that, I forget what it was. Was it a, you've seen both places with Ghost and Death Stranding 2, and you like Ghost sound, okay, fine. I will give it to you then, okay? I will give it to you then, Munchlax. However, if it turns out that Death Stranding wins best audio design, I'm gonna hold you to. Actually, no, I'm not. It's 1 point. Unless you're willing to do. Unless you want to, take up the bet and say, if you get it wrong, you take a sauce shot as well. But I'm not holding you to that. Last thing I need to do is get my mod try to poison my mod here. Oh, Ripley is and a comment. Just as a recap, our color commentator here sleeping on the job. Tisk, tisk, tisk. I guess I'm doing all the work here. Back onto setting up here. Wonderful. But yes, I do think, I forget what it was. I want to say, I mean, hold on, let's pull up that list again. Like I said, I'm not saying it has to be anything on this list. Maybe you'll have something. You probably have ketchup. You probably have ketchup, maybe mustard. I doubt you have sweet chili sauce. You know what? I'm going to, maybe you have sweet chili sauce. Maybe you don't. I don't know what's in your kitchen. But you could honestly, you could just say you took a shot of mayonnaise. You could take it. You could just take like I said, I can't even tell you if you do it unless you want to film yourself saying, "Hey, by the way, here's my punishment. Take a swig of sriracha." I mean, if you want that to be the case, if you want to do a shot of spicy ketchup, if you get it wrong, it ends up being Death Stranding 2, we'll take the punishment here. But like I said, I don't know how spicy a spicy ketchup is, so who knows how bad it would end up being. But yes, I forget what it was. I want to say, hold on, I want to double check one thing real quick. Uh, moist because I believe this is one of the few things that I have backed up with research. Is I'm trying to remember. I. So much for me putting him down. Yeah, I remember I saw that Ben Starr here had won a voice acting award at some awards. Yeah, it was Golden Joysticks here. Let me pull it up over here as well for you guys for reference. For reference, Charlie Cox is the one I put my vote in for, and I'm putting it as my predicted winner. Voice cast won major awards in late 2025, including Best Lead Performer Jennifer English, Best Supporting Performer Ben Starr. Charlie Cox also earning nominations. I put my horse on the one guy who didn't win an award for voice acting. I'm putting him in anyway. Fuck it. You know what? I'm gonna put. You know what? Worst case scenario, I get 2 points instead of 4, or 2 points instead of 3, and I will give it to I'll give it to Ben Starr here. Actually, no. Actually, no. I think isn't Jennifer English the main? Yeah, she's the main character of it. Yeah. So we'll give it to Jennifer English then, just because the Game Awards do prefer their uh main characters as opposed to supporting characters for voice acting. And then this is going to be just my honorable mention of my own personal preference of the fact that I've seen absolutely none of these people, but I'm going to give it to, but we're going to give it to just because because I like her as a performer and I do like her comedy she's done. How do you even would it just be go would G it would just be GOY. There we go. Perfect. Just regular jalapeno ketchup. You know what? Like I said, it kind of depends on the jalapenos. I know I've had jalapenos before. Sometimes they got a pretty good kick to it, and a lot of times they just taste like that's the amount of kick you get. So I guess it just depends on how if they if it's like a marinated jalapeno, if it's a or if it's like or how if it's like a how fresh it is. I guess so. Who knows? But if you want that to be the bet here, if you want to bet, I mean, like I said, it's very rare that we're gonna end up getting that the fact that we end up with you getting Death Stranding 2 on Best Audio Design when we have Claire Obscure up there and Yote. I mean, yeah, I have a pretty good spicy tolerance as well, but like I said, it's up to you, man. It's up to you. If you want to go ahead and do this, you can go ahead and do it. But I'm not forcing you at all. The last thing I'm going to be accused of is forcing my mod to do anything. Oh, hi, Whippy. Hi. I'm just giving you love and a bit attention. Good kitty. But yes, next up good old we have good old innovation and accessibility, of which I have no idea what the accessibility stuff. Oh, hold on? Is this anything about this or uh, what is it here? I'm trying to take a little glance here. Hmm. Yeah, I think so. I think currently my vote is still on. Like I said, it's one of the few that isn't is that doesn't have Clip Q on it, so he can't fuck me over. Yay! But but I believe in my actual vote here, which was South of Midnight, because to be fair, it is also the one I've seen the most of out of this. Besides the only other one being Doom being Doom the Dark Ages, but I don't really care about sports games, and also I've heard very mixed things about Assassin's Creed Shadows, and so and you know what, like I said, I feel like this game, Zelda Midnight, just kind of got a bit snubbed around the place just from all the other great games that came out this year. So I'm hoping it gets at least some award in the game because I do really, from what I've seen of the game, it looks wonderful and it looks like a fun time, and I do want to get into it at some point. Especially since look at that lovely little text there. I can play it on stream on the console I usually do my grinds on here. No worries, much less. We hope you have a wonderful night, and we'll catch you next time. And you know, if you want to take up the bets, we'll find out what happens in the game awards there. But yes, and then I'm gonna put up next. I'm gonna do Doom the Dark Ages because I feel like that's probably also gonna be a popular pick. And just because it's not as AC or EA, I'm gonna go with Adam Fall. I doubt it's gonna win it, but you know what? I'd feel better putting it. Like I said, I like Assassin's Creeds, but I've heard mixed things about it, and also from what I've seen about the recent updates going on with it and with Ubisoft in general, I'm just a bit meh about the whole thing. All right, next up, Games for Impact. Once again, another one where I know pretty much none of the nominees except for you. So, South of Midnight, how would you like a second award? But then, like I said, I know very little about all these. I'm just gonna go with the ones I've heard the most about, which was probably Wander Stop and Lost Records. What is it? Lost Records, Bloom and Rage, and Rage. Yep, perfect. Perfect. Okay. Next up, we have Best Ongoing. I think you can understand. You probably could have, honestly, if I had shown you the nominees previously, but and then didn't show you my vote here, you probably could have guessed what it was just from the fact that I've played it so much. And I'm going to give it that top spot as well because, you know, it's still in its hype phase. Phase, I think it's not really died down a bunch. So I'm going to give it to that. And I think a good alternate option, which I believe probably also has a great chance, is Helldivers 2. Because I think it is still pretty much in its popularity phase currently. And I don't think No Man's Sky has been going to be number 3. I think it's got to be one of these two. But honestly, out of these two, if I have to put on one of them, I want to even win. Uh, and it's no contest. I mean, also then again, I've seen most people play. A lot of the people, like I said, pretty much I watch Red all the time play this. So yeah, so that's my little nudge over to Red saying, "Hey, there's a little bonus there for you." All right, and best community supports. We are on to best community support. We actually getting through this a lot quicker than I thought we were. I say that as we're still in the 4s and not even hit the 3s yet. Great. Best community supports. Honestly, why the hell did I vote No Man's Sky here? I think it's just because I was trying to bury it up a bit. I think I'm actually going to change my vote here. I'm going to give it to BG3, probably. It'd be funny if we had another sweep going on, like Baldur's Gate 3 kind of had going for it, and then we end up giving best community support to BG3. But I think once again, I think it's pretty much gonna be the same thing as last time, just a copy paste, copy paste. Actually, you know what? I'm gonna move this over to. I'm gonna move you over to you. I'm gonna copy you and put you to the U, and I'm just gonna put Baldur's Gate 3 here at the end as my honorable mention, just because I believe in these two more likely to get it, just because they're a bit more going on currently than BG3. See, this is my problem. Sometimes I'm like wanting to lead to like scoot. Actually, no. Can I drop my chair here? I can. Woohoo! I forgot I can actually do it with this chair. But I was just saying, sometimes I want to sit up like I want to sit like this. Sometimes I want to hunch over a bit more. But unfortunately, I'm a tall guy, so I've always gonna blind you up there with the lights. So luckily, this chick can actually collapse, so I can actually be down here with you guys. So I'm not just trying to fight with being in frame. But yes, just do a bit more adjusting. Wonderful, perfect. But yes, we are on to. But yes, after community support, we are on to the threes finally on scaled. We still have 18 more because it's we have eight. Yeah, we have 18 more because I have it because it's 32. It's 30 awards, and it's 6 to a skill point for my evaluation here. Best indie game. Like I said, I feel like this is one that could easily not go to Clay Obscure because some people might see it as less of an indie game and more like a double A game, and a little bit less, and might be a little bit more willing to go with something like another option here. I'd say I'm gonna. I mean, I say that, but I'm still gonna give it my second place a win here because it would feel like I would be throwing away points if I didn't put it on the list. I am going to put down Silk Song here because I feel like Silk Song probably is the other one that has the high likelihood of taking over Best Indie, and mainly because I hear a lot about it, and I feel like it might even has a chance to win something here is Blueprints because I hear a good amount of stuff about it often, and I like I said, it sounds like a fun game, and I do want to give it a try at some point, but I don't think it's going to beat either of these two in Best Indie here. And I for oh yeah, I forgot that. Oh yeah, there's only 4 nominees best debut because Megabonk got outed here. But yes, I believe that probably honestly, I'm going to give it to you. I'm going to give then I'm going to give it to Dispatch, and then I'm going to give it to Blueprints as well because there's a chance for it to shake up. It's unlikely, but there's a chance. Best mobile game. Let us see. I have played absolutely none of these, but I know a lot of people love the Uma Musume. I've even seen a couple people doing Uma Musume, so it might have a chance. And honestly, out of all the games I've heard, actually, Wu probably has a chance to win as well. But I'd rather. How do you spell? I hope I'm spelling it right. Hold on. We'll give it to Uma Musume here. Next up, we're gonna give it to. Like I said, I hear not a lot about any of these here. Uh, mm, I'm gonna give it to Persona 5 Phantom X. Have I heard anything about it? No, but but I'm gonna assume the Persona stands might be of a, might be behind it. It's the Phantom X, not just Phantom X. And it pains me to do this, but it's probably has the only one that has a chance is Wuwa. Best VR AR. I feel like at this point it's just become more VR than AR. Yeah. I feel like a lot of these. Honestly, I've heard about pretty much none of these except for Midnight. Well, actually, no. Scratch that. I've heard about Deadpool VR. I've seen absolutely nothing about it besides the fact that I know it came out and was going to come out from the Game Awards reveal last year. Then I heard nothing about it, and same thing with pretty much all the ones here. So I'm gonna just pretty much go off of my vote here, which was the Midnight Walk. The Midnight Walk here. Then I'm gonna give it to Deadpool VR just because I know it has a little bit more notoriety behind it. And then pretty much just because I really love because you know you kind of I can't go the award season without giving a nod to the reason why I named her Ripley. Of course, we're going to talk about Believe It or Not books. No, it's. I'm going to give it. I'm going to give the honorable mention to Alien Rogue Incursion. Honestly, I do want to give it a try at some point, just because I need to give I need to work on more Alien games for the grind, just because maybe. And I would love to do. I'm assuming it must be on only the meta and whatnot, so I probably won't be able to actually even do it unless I get one of those. But I misspelled incursion. Damn it! Of course I misspelled incursion. Damn it! Best action game. What is up with best action game? It was. Yeah, you know what? I agree with my vote here. I believe Doom the Dark Ages might probably have a good chance at this. The Dark Ages. And I believe I'm gonna get actually, and I think Hades 2 also has a great chance at it as well, just because somewhat popular. And honestly, I've seen not a lot about any of these, but I'm gonna let the multiplayer guys potentially get a chance at taking it over with Battlefield 6. Even though I'm not the biggest fan of multiplayer myself, I can't deny that people might end up voting for it, especially since COD is definitely not going to be on here at all. Best action adventure. Uh, this one, yeah, I believe, will probably be Silksong as well. I don't. The fact that Silksong's on here, I doubt that it's not going to win it. Uh, Probably my other bets are. I'm gonna guess. I'm gonna guess Ghost of Yote and Death Stranding 2. Mainly because while I would love to vary it up with putting in Indiana Jones, a split fiction, there's a trend that they like to do where if they put it in the vote in the running for Game of the Year, usually they have a high likelihood of winning a previous award that doesn't have the original winner of Game of the Year. And a good way to see that is with the indie games, where a lot of the times the indie game will be nominated for Game of the Year, but won't win Game of the Year. Like last year, which was Balatro was nominated for Game of the Year, but didn't win it, but it did win Best Indie. That's a good little piece of knowledge I'm going off of, and I guess now you know it too. I guess now you can use it as well potentially for yourselves. At Best RPG, do I even need to do the whole thing again? I feel like this one's gonna be a said and done because I doubt it's gonna lose. I do. I think this is a lot of copium right here. I'm hope pretty much. Can we please say Outer Worlds 2 in so I can have something to look forward to? Please, please, please. But I'm going to give it to. Then I'm gonna probably give it to. I'm probably gonna give it to KCDC 2 then, because that probably also has a good chance in the nominations up there. Not likely 2, but it has a chance. And then we're gonna put down Outer Worlds 2 as my copium pick, pretty much. Oh, what is going on here? No, not that, not that. Dang, no, no, dang it, no, not that. But yes, and then up next we have best fighting game, which I know nothing about except for I know this is Street Fighter and this is Fatal Fury, I believe. And this is Mortal Kombat. And Virtua Fighter, I have somewhat of a knowledge of, but not much. Oh, there's Fatal Fury as well, I guess. Two Fatal Furies, huh? But I know nothing about the games here. Maybe one of them's wonderful and I don't know about it, but I'm just going to go off of my best. Pretty much just throw it at the wall and hope I'm right with something. Like I've done with some of these. We're going to go with Mortal Kombat Legacy Collection because I voted for it. It was a collection with a K or with a C? It is K with a C. It was a K because combat collection. Uh, we'll give it to Capcom Fighting Collection. Collection 2. And then we'll give it to, I guess, Virtua Fighter 5 just for variety. Fighter 5. and it's they already have to have confusing names like this. Okay, R dot E dot V dot O world stage. World stage. Sure, why not? Best family game for the whole family. Honestly, once again, there's another one where it's. I feel like it's gonna be Donkey Kong Bonanza because it was nominated for Game of the Year. So it's gonna probably that's probably my best likelihood to avoid punishments. Bananas. Oh no, it's just Bonanza, not Bananas. Damn it! I had an extra A in there. Damn it! There we go. Bonanza. And then probably I'll give it to Split Fiction. We got to put Split Fiction in there somewhere. I guess it's got to have a chance at winning something. And then I'll give it to Sonic Racing. Just because I believe Mario Kart won recently, so variety. And also, I've heard a lot more negative stuff about Mario Kart World than I've heard about Cross World Tier. Best sim and strategy game. Like I said, this is another. This is another one where I've heard pretty much nothing about any of these games. Like I know this came out, this came out, this came out, this came out. Pretty much all these came out. I know, but not much about anything else. I guess we'll give it to. You know what? The Civ games do, and I think the Civ games do tend to be pretty popular. So we'll give it to Sid Meier's Civilization. Civilization 7. And then I will also give it to. I've heard pretty decent things about the altars currently, so maybe that might have a chance. And then I will give it to 2 Point Museum, mainly because I did really enjoy the original 2 Point Hospital. So maybe this is as good. Who knows? Probably not, but who knows? We'll find. I'll find out eventually when I give it a try. Next up, we have best sports and racing. Oh, now I actually feel like I want to go back to family game and rechange my. I do. Is there anything else I feel like could potentially win it over it? No, I don't believe in the Lego games. I believe if it was a regular Lego game like Lego Star Wars, Lego Indiana Jones, maybe. But the weird basic ones, probably not. Best sports and racing. I will give it to Sonic Racing as well, just because it has a chance. But and then I'm gonna give it over to we'll give Mario his chance as well. Mario may have a chance at the crown as well. Is it Mario Kart One Word? No, it's Mario Space Kart. Okay. It's been around for like 200 years at this point. How have I not know? Have I not know how to spell Mario Kart? There we go, perfect. And then you know what? This was in the accessibility one. Maybe it has a chance. EA Sports FC Club 26. Was that it? Oh no, it's just FC, not even FC Club, just FC. Okay, there we go, perfect. All right, what is best multiplayer? Yeah. Oh. This is a. I think honestly, well, I've heard a lot about Arc Raiders, so I would be doubtful if it didn't win. If it didn't win best multiplayer there, and I'll give Battlefield 6 the other option of winning it. However, my vote is still stands. I want the goofy fun game of Peak to win. I want Peak to win best multiplayer. Will it win? Probably not. But I would love to see Aggro Crab walk the stage like we had the best multiplayer here from you fucking over your friends and tossing them down a cliff. Also, this just in from the sleepy kitty. She is still a sleepy kitty. Good baby, baby. All right, but anyway, we are. But anyway, how we? I just realized we were already on to the final six of the predictions here so far. We are best adaptation is up first. Okay, hear me out. Hear me out. There's a reason why I voted Until Dawn because it's one of the few things on here I've actually have done some interaction with. Because let me let you know, a Minecraft movie I have not seen. Devil May Cry I have not seen. Splinter Cell I have not seen. Last of Us Season 2 I have not seen. Until Dawn I have unfortunately seen. Is it a shit movie? Yes. Am I gonna put it in the top vote? No. But it would be very fucking funny if Until Dawn won after I know everybody who who's seen the movie hate it. It'd be funny if it won. Come on, it would be funny. It'd be more funny if Minecraft movie won because it's just the what the hell was popular with everyone at the time. So, and I feel like this has a good chance of probably winning the award here, just to make it. This was your height of the summer. Now it's one best adaptation. Also, a little fun fact for you guys. I actually do have. Actually, is the ads coming quickly? No. I actually own all the best adaptation winners physically nowadays. Now, I've not seen all of them yet. However, if I pull it up, I'm going to duplicate this real quick. If I pull up the rewind here, I believe or was it? It was. I believe it was. Yeah, this was the first. Yeah, 2021 was the year a year that didn't have it at all. Where is it? If I do best, if I do adapt, yeah, there's no adaptation here. However, the year before, actually no, not the year before, the year after, if I do Ada, we have the first best adaptation, which was Arcane, season one. Then we have 2023, which was which was Last of Us season one, and then we have last year's, which was, of course, well, not that, no, Fallout the TV show. I own all these physically. I own them all physically. I would love to go show them to you guys if I do when the ads. I might even go grab the physical copies of them when the ads are running, just as a little bonus there. But actually, I probably won't. Let's just focus on the stream here. But I own them all physically, so it'd be funny if I had to. And honestly, out of all of these are the two I'd probably want. Actually, no. You know what? Actually, scratch that. Uh, all of them except for this movie, I would be fine with having that on my collection if it has a physical release. These two, I doubt will get a physical release. They might still get it, but Netflix is a bit iffy with that. Like, I'm happy that we got one for Arcane, so I could actually do that, but they're very iffy about giving their physical releases out. I think Last of Us Season 2 is already out, and so is Until Dawn. So these would be very easy for me to do. Hopefully, I don't have to. Hopefully, they come out at some point. I would really hope that it doesn't win, but it probably will, honestly. But let's put the best adaptation winners down. I believe I do kind of wish that I do hope that Last of Us season 2 wins. Actually, is it? Yeah, The Last of Us season 2. Last of Us season 2. Actually, yeah, it's colon season 2. Got it. Okay, hold on 1 second. I have not seen it yet, and I've not played the original Last of Us 2. But if it does win, I'll probably end up playing Last of Us season 2 next. Not season 2. I'll play Last of Us 2 next year definitely, and then I'll probably watch just pretty much the same thing I did with the original Last of Us, where I played through the game, did the grind for it, and then I went off and watched the show myself. So I'll probably end up doing the same thing for season 2 then, but is yet to be seen. And I hate to put this on here, but it does have a great chance of getting on there. I'd prefer it not to win, but it has a chance, and I can't deny that, and I hate it. And then, like I said, pretty much just because I voted for it, and also be fine for me to have for it to win Until Dawn. the movie that everyone hates, and I'm surprised that it even got up there. But it must have just been a terrible year for game adaptations. Like I was even trying to remember like what even game adaptations came out, and I could only remember Until Dawn, Minecraft movie, Last of Us season 2. It was the only thing I didn't even know that the Dead Devil May Cry show or the Splinter Cell one existed. But yes, uh, best most anticipated game. Like I said, these are all fucking great options that I could easily see being the top option here. But there's obviously one that I think a lot of people are going to vote for, unfortunately, and it is honestly one of the ones I'm the least excited about, just because I'm not. Like I said, I like GTA 5, but I'm not the most excited about GTA 6 because it doesn't seem like it has. Like I said, both because it's going to be a AAA release, and also because it doesn't seem like it has that really big like pop factor that I'm looking for. Like I have other games I would enjoy. I know I'm going to enjoy more than just buying a AAA game and trying to figure out if I'm going to enjoy it or not. Good kitty kitty. Especially when like I said, I enjoyed GTA 5 so much that I don't even know that if I'm gonna. I don't even know if how good GTA 6 is gonna be because I think the reason I love GTA 5 was much was because it has great gameplay, but it also has a great story and a great little. So it has to pretty much compete with that GTA 5 going on. Which could it happen? Yes, but with all the delays going on, who knows if it's even going to come out at next year? We'll see. Who knows? It might even be the most anticipated game next year as well. But I'm also going to put down Resident Evil Requiem because I know that's also been very popular going on here, especially with the a lot of the speculation about what's going on with Requiem there. And then my actual vote, which I also think has a great, honestly, like I said, these three I can easily see being a. Any of these three I could see winning. Not even just like me joking around. I can easily see any of these three winning. But GTA 5 6 is probably gonna end up winning no matter what. But like I said, I'm excited for the first light. I'm excited for Wolverine. I'm excited for Requiem. I'm even excited for Witcher 4, even though I've not played it, because I want to get into it at some point. I want to get into the Witcher games at some point, but so I'm definitely excited to see what comes out with Witcher 4 then, to see what I have in store for me later on. Next up we have Content Creator of the Year. I don't even know who the hell is up for this. Oh yeah, I forgot. Yeah. Who? But yes, I think most likely. I think these two are going to be the most likely. I think Moist and Kai are the most likely because these are the two I see the most often everywhere I go, both in repost and just from their own channels. I think, but I think honestly, even though I voted for Charlie there, I'm gonna put Kai down first because I think he just has a little bit more power to him from the fans and whatnot. But you never know. You never know. I'd be very I'd be fine with with Mr. Critical over here taking the lead. Actually, no, if it's just all, I think it might just be all. I don't even know how the hell he's pronounced. Hold on, how do you even spell his channel name? Hold on. Perfect. That's how he spells it. Wonderful. There you go. Perfect. Right, there we go. Wonderful. And then I don't know none of these other three. So you know what? We'll give it to the Mr. Peanut. That if the mainly because I would love to see just if he wins, I would love to see just the giant peanut appear on the back screen and be like, "Yep, I won the award. Give it to me." All right, bet. We're finally into the one of the awards I know the least about, with esports. Hooray! I know very little about esports, so I'm probably going to be absolutely wrong. But luckily, with the scaling, I only have to lose 1 point for these. Uh, I'm just going to pretty much just fill these out and just hope that I'm right here. We'll give Valorant here. We'll put League here. Put League here. Up. And we will put it was we'll put CS:GO there. Or I guess just Counter Strike 2. Best esports athletes. I know nothing about any of these athletes. They could easily be. I could easily just pick some random guy on here and be like, that guy might win here. Who knows? Uh, like I said, I'm just gonna go with the guy I voted for here, which was apparently Mr. Menard's Saul. What was his last name? Leonardo. Uh, I'm pretty just gonna pick someone off here and just be like, yep, they look like they got esports going on with them. Uh, we'll go with Mr. Forsaken over here, sure. I don't even know if that's how you pronounce it there, but sure. Uh, and then we'll go with. I mean, we did Street Fighter, we did Valorant here. I guess I should go with one of the other people who do any of the other ones. We'll go with this guy over here, Chovy. Sure, why not? Like I said, I know nothing about esports, so I'm probably picking bad picks here. I'm just gonna say it out loud. So, you know, this is pretty much the part of the stream where I know the least about anything going on. So I'm just gonna hope I have a good. I hope I get stuff right. Perfect. And I only have two more categories left. Oh no, I only have one more. Okay, never mind. We're almost done. Almost done here. We just have best esports team at the end here, and I know nothing about them at all. Like before. Uh, Once again, we're just gonna go with who I voted for because I know absolutely nothing about them. So we'll hope I know what I'm talking about. Uh, and then we will do. Sure. You can do you. Team Liquid PH. Liquid pH. I'm assuming that's because I know that's how you do pH in normal chemistry. This I'm assuming that's how they do it, but who knows? I could easily be wrong. And then they did what did they do? They did Mobile Legends Bang Bang. I guess I never heard of it, but you know what? I've never. But you know what? We'll put them on the leader the prediction here, so they get something going on. And then we'll put CS:GO team. I guess sure. Do strike two. All right. Officially, that is the predictions. So we will see how that ends up going for us. Stretch, stretch. Ugh. Oh, I've been sitting here too long. We will see how that goes for us on the Thursday it happens because pull up here as well. Oh, good baby kitty over here. Yep, it is December 11th. So that is in 2 days. Unfortunately, we are not going to be watching it live because I'm pretty sure it's on during when I'm at work. Hold on, I can even be sure about when it's on. Hold on 1 second. Let me see if I can pull it up here and see when it's on. 6:30 p.m. to 10 p.m. Oh, well, I guess not as bad as I thought it was going to be, but I'm definitely still going to be at work when it starts. So, yeah, can't really do that. But I think I'll probably end up watching some of it on that night and just like, or I might just be, I don't know. I haven't decided if I'm going to do just watch the whole stream and then correct mine as we go along, or whether I'm just going to be like, hey, this is what was right, this was what was wrong. I don't know. It's just, but we will see how it goes with that. But oh, good little baby. Good little baby. My little baby. Hold on, I gotta show you guys Ripley here as well. She's my little commentator over here has been being a little cinnamon roll, just relaxing. Honestly, I can't blame her. She's a little fluffy baby. She's loving her little. I guess she is loving her little chair I have set up for her there. But yes. So anyway, that is officially the end of the predictions. We have. Let me pull this back up. We have all 30 games with winners predicted on here. Will they win? Probably not. Will I get punished for it? Probably so. But we will find out then on. I guess we'll find out on Thursday technically. But I am also going to send over the. Hold on. I'm also going to send over the. I am also going to send over the viewer version here. One second, I'm going to just quickly make a cup here. Quickly make it so it's anyone with a link, copy link, and all right. Just quickly set it up here as well, so it is in the Discord for everyone to see. Actually, I'm just gonna set that up after stream, but but yes, like I said, everyone before. I guess if you're watching this, I guess you're either watching the VOD here or if you're here in the stream here currently. Like I said, you have. I guess technically you have 1.5 days, but as long as you pretty much get it in before midday tomorrow, or pretty much at least sometime before the award show goes on, I will count it. But and whoever has the closest correct to what was actually shown there will get a wonderful Steam key. But good looking. And like I said, I will also be doing. I think I am going to try and stream tomorrow as well, just to make some more progress on Alice. I will also be. I am still going to be holding on to the. If you sub anytime before we do the recap stream, I will do a sauce shot as just a little bit of an incentive there for you. But like I said, nobody subs, no worries, less pain for me. But otherwise, if people want to give pain, bring it on. But yes, we have good little fluffy baby over here. I didn't really upgrade that as well to make sure it's up to date with the condiment list I have. Good little kitty. But yes, that is going to be it for our stream here tonight. Thank you so much for you guys being here. Thank you, Munchlax. Thank you, Clank. Thank you, Iconic. Thank you to everyone who's been here tonight. Whether you've been chatting along, whether you've been looking in the background, or whether you've been just watching the VODs either on Twitch or on YouTube. I appreciate each and every one of you so very much. I'm happy that we were able to get it through this time here. And like I said, I very much overestimated. I thought it was going to take us 3 hours to get through just the Game Awards themselves, but no, we got it all done and plus the recaps in under 2 hours. So rather nice to see. But yes, like I said, we are gonna find some lovely persons to read out too. But before that, we're gonna drop off my socials in the Twitch chat for anyone who is interested in them. There's a link to my Discord, which is where I post when I'm about to go live. So if you want to see when we're about to go live, or if you want to see the polls I post up there, or like I said previously, that's going to be where I put the link to the copy for you guys to make your own predictions on and potentially win a lovely Steam key. And here's a link to my YouTube channel, which is a place where you can find my previous VODs from our previous streams here. They're currently posting up the previous VODs here currently. I was gonna say the most recent VODs, but they are still a good bit behind. So we're still working on those. So but you should be getting caught up. I believe that we're still working through the Alice, some of the some of the previous Alice streams there. So if you haven't caught up on those yet, now it's time to do so before we get streaming that again tomorrow. And there's also a link to my Letterboxd account, which is a little social media site for chatting about movies. If that interests you, feel free to check it out on the link there. And feel free to check out any of them on there. If any of those interest you there, you feel free to check those out and you know enjoy the time over there. But yes, I hope you have a wonderful night tonight. We're gonna find some lovely person to read out to tonight. Let us see. Who should we read out to tonight? Who is alive? Anyone I want to read out to here? Hmm. Hmm. Who do we want to read out to? Well, I might do him instead just because. Who do we want to do? Who do we want to do? I think I might just. Yeah, no, we'll go to him. We'll go to him because mainly because we haven't done. We will do him because we haven't done him in a good bits. But yes, here we go. All right. I guess this is a perfect little tie in here because he was a top grade from this year, and we're gonna give another little bit off to him just to celebrate that, and also just because I haven't read out to him in a bit. So we're gonna read it over to Fred Zerker. He is a fellow achievement grinder. He is currently working on the grind for Power Wash Sim 2. So if you want a little cleaning goodness, that's the place to go to. I need to get around to doing that myself at some point because I did the grind for Power Wash Sim 1 previously off stream, so I think I'm probably going to do it mine again off stream just because I've mostly done mine off stream. But, we're going to go over to Fred Zerker and cheer him on as he works on the grind for that. I'm not really worried about spoilers because, it's Power Wash Sim. What the hell are you going to spoil? The fact that I can that I can figure out how to clean up a house? But yes, we're gonna go read it over to Fred Zucker here. I hope you guys have a wonderful night tonight. I'm hopefully gonna be live tomorrow. We will see if that is the case. I probably will be back with more Alice if that is the case. Otherwise, I hope you have a wonderful night, and I will see you guys on Thursday with either Alice or recapping the Game Awards. So have a wonderful night. I will see you guys then. Take care. See you. Bye bye. 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 Bye. And for any of you still here, what are you doing? Go. Shoot. Have a great night. See you. Bye. Bye. See you. Bye.